welcome back to another next level adventure here in Southern Laos. We continue our adventures getting lost in this beautiful country, and I've got a video for you. You're gonna love this one. As you'll see, there's so much to this place. I wasn't really expecting much, to be honest, and I just went out to see what we could find, and we found a lot. And I've just finished the day's adventure. Here's what's coming up in the video, and you're gonna love this one. Good morning from Pakse. First things first, I'm gonna have a quick bite to eat with Timo, the guy that I did the Takek loop with, and figure out what his plans are and see if he wants to come with me today. I'm not quite sure what he's up to though, so let's just have some delicious breakfast and figure things out. Fortunately for us, Pakse had this beautiful little Art Nouveau cafe, and me and Timo were able to order a delicious breakfast. And Timo was quite set on doing the full Pakse loop. It's a motorcycle loop of about 200 kilometers. Apparently it takes a couple of days. And I was more keen on just doing the one-day loop, checking out the sights and scenes of Pakse and the surrounding areas. Basically, something you can do in just one day. So I jumped on Zelda and I had a plan. We were going to visit 3 waterfalls, a beautiful temple and some ancient relics, and then we'll go up to an amazing viewpoint and lots of surprises along the way. Okay, so there's 3 waterfalls within half an hour drive of Pakse. Very convenient. And this is the first one. So it looks like we're on the top of the waterfall crevice. And quite unique, this one, because I think if we're very careful, we might be able to get to the very edge and peek over the waterfall. Let's have a look. This is very unique, very, very unique. I'm tempted to go a little bit further. Maybe we can go over here. Oh my God. So I would say this is one of the best waterfalls I've ever seen, and the fact that you can, you know, within reason, if you want, go towards the edge. Be careful, of course, be careful. But that's very unique and it's absolutely incredible. And this is not even the best one in Pakse. This is apparently just number 3 on the list. There's 2 more to go. Let's see if they get any better than this one. What's really cool about that waterfall is they've got it all set up for picnics. There's lots of grassy areas, people having fires. There's little shaded areas next to the river upstream from the big waterfall. You can buy cases of cider here, cases of beer, and then there's local people barbecuing chicken, making somtam, vegetables on sale, ice cold drinks, souvenirs. This is a place you could come for the whole day, but we don't have all day, so let's get going. But thumbs up for this one. I don't know how we get better from here, honestly. Okay, a quick hop, skip and a jump. Later we are at waterfall number 2. And it's actually, okay, so it's double the price to get in. And there's some good things and there's some bad things in comparison to the first one. It's inside a resort, so maybe that's why they charge more. There's also zip lining here. You can zip line across the canyon that the waterfall is in. And if you look, you can see behind me here, there are 2 hugely tall waterfalls cascading down into an impressive crevice, a kind of crater in the earth. And I'm seeing people zip lining across and it looks really fun. I just asked though, it takes about an hour or 2 hours to do. There's a whole course. And we did an amazing zip line in Tak Hek in the previous episode, and I'm running low on money because I lost my wallet. If you've just tuned in during this series in Laos, I've recently lost my wallet, so I'm on a tight budget until I can get back to Thailand and get a new card. So I can't afford it today. So it looks incredible. There is zip lining, but unfortunately there's no real epic view of the waterfall. I'm like, I can't quite see. You can't lean over and see the edge and see the pool. But that's what drones are for. Would you zip line over a 440 meter canyon? I don't know if I could. Right, I've come to the third and final and potentially best waterfall, but I'm very confused. There's nobody here. The road to get here wasn't signposted. Very difficult, very bumpy, very confusing, and the entrance is all overgrown and there's an abandoned area here. So I really don't know what's going on. I'm very confused. Look at it, it's all completely messed up. Do not pass, easy way. I can hear it and it sounds like it's gonna be really good, so let's just keep going. Looks like there would have been a toilet here once upon a time, but not anymore. It's sad to see all the trash here. I think this must be a COVID related issue. Maybe this waterfall just got completely left alone and forgotten about. I mean, look at this. This would have been a really cool hangout spot, maybe a cafe, have a couple of beers, sit by the river and head up to the waterfall. Okay, there is a little family here because I did see a motorcycle, so I'm glad that's them. And they're very confused as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get into my swimming costume and swim down river because I've just seen around the corner and the waterfall looks incredible. So I'm gonna go for a swim and get this riding gear off and get my swimmers on, and then we'll just kind of, I'll show you the reveal because it looks incredible and well worth the sketchy journey to get here. Why is nobody here? Wow. Just one little family from France, because everybody in Laos is from France. Right then, should we go for a swim? We have to, don't we? Oh, it's cold. Why do I always pull the worst faces when I'm swimming in waterfalls in Laos? It looks so dangerous. It's not the kind of waterfall you want to put your body underneath. Holy moly. Look at that! Woo. You would drown. If you let that hit you, you'd get really hurt and you might drown. No chance. Feel the power. Okay, that was the 3 waterfalls. Took us half a day to explore all 3. They're very close to each other, very different from each other, and really fun. That 3rd one I will categorize as sketchy paradise because health and safety, non-existent. And I do want to give you a little bit of advice. Be careful. There's currents, it's slippy, it's very deep. And I'm wondering if this is something to do with the reason why it's been abandoned, because it's an accident waiting to happen, unfortunately. Me and Zelda are going to continue our tour of Pakse. We're going to head half an hour back into town, do a left, and head towards the river, where there are some beautiful viewpoints and some ancient, beautiful historical facts and figures. So let's get a move on. Okay, so Zelda's just there in the sand because we're at the banks of the Mekong now, because the ancient historical site is actually on the other side of the river, and according to Google Maps you can get a boat across, and it doesn't really look like there's many boats that can fit Zelda on there, but I did fly the drone in the distance and I can see some kind of contraption, looks like something out of Waterworld, heading over to the other side of the riverbank, so I think I might have just missed the ferry. So I'll just hang around a little bit, see if it comes back. Otherwise it will be a 1-hour drive back to Pakse and then down the river on the other side, and that will probably spell the end of this segment of the video, because that's too much distance to cover and very few hours of sunlight left. So let's see if it comes back. Okay, I think this is our ride. He's beckoning me over through the sand. I thought we were going to get on the big Waterworld contraption, but it looks like we're going on a little boat. This will be fun. Hello. Turn around. Okay. This is hard. Okay. Get off? Okay, I get off. Let me put it into neutral for him. Okay. This is fun. Me and Zelda crossing the Mekong on a little wooden boat to reach a very ancient historical site. Wow, doesn't she look good on the Mekong? Come chai. Oi! How much? 5,000. That's cheap. My money's in my bag. Oh, hasip. Ah, okay. Okay, so it's 50,000, not 5,000. Maybe I shouldn't have said it was cheap. So for balance, he wants me to actually sit on Zelda, which I'm quite worried about. Get my leg over. Oh God, this doesn't feel safe. All right. I've got my left and my right leg on each side of the boat, and I'm trying to keep it balanced. I'm starting to get groin strain already. Over there you can see the contraption that I thought we were going to go on, but no. Oh well, never mind. We'll just have to keep doing the splits until we get to the other side. Okay, we've made it to the other side of the Mekong. Good job, Zelda. You didn't fall off. I have to say that was very fun. Here we go. Okay, Kapun Kap. I mean, Gop Chai. I'm not in Thailand anymore. Wow, that was fun. Okay, so, oh, there's a sign up ahead. Very rare to see a signpost in Laos, so this is very nice. Wat Po, 13 kilometers to the left. Let's go. So welcome to Wat Po. Now there's very limited information available on this place when you arrive, other than it is from the same area, same time as Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and that there is evidence of a road from here in southern Laos across the Mekong into the Angkor Wat temple area of Siem Reap. So same kind of area, just much less known about, I suppose. And I was reading a sign there that the Lao and the Indian governments recently refurbished this place and helped restore it a little bit and get it looking nice and prim and proper. Oh, cool. So obviously, thousands of years old ruins, reclaimed by the jungle, rediscovered by humans, cleared and cleaned up for us to now sort of put ourselves in that time. It's very cool. Let's have a little look around. These structures are obviously something that the Indian and the Laotian people did to help keep not only the walls from falling in on top of us, but to look cool as well. Really like the design. Very Indiana Jones. Ah, lovely. I am actually in the process of organising a lot of paperwork because I would like us to go to Cambodia. It's not as simple as just getting a visa and going, because obviously I have Zelda. So if I can figure things out, plus I lost my license recently, so there's a lot of things I need to go and do. And I don't have much time, but I'd love to take us to Cambodia for a little bit before Christmas or over Christmas. And then we would not only explore Wat Po here in southern Laos, but the incredible and world famous Angkor Wat in Siem Reap, Cambodia itself. But I must say, for a smaller version, this is very lovely. I love all the butterflies flying around. And you know, they've done a nice job. You know, at first glance, I was a bit like, oh, why have they just let all the plants run wild and almost grow back all over it? But in a way, I think that's actually quite nice. So there are two mirroring buildings to the left and to the right, but over here they're the same design. But what's quite unique is behind me here there's a path that leads all the way up, and I think we can actually get to a viewpoint looking down upon the whole grounds, because that's good, because obviously you don't want to fly your drone around here, it's too sacred. Just trying to figure out this path and the way it's lined with these, they look like chess pieces. You know, life's full of questions, isn't it? Unanswered questions. I could just Google it in 5 seconds and find out maybe, but I like not knowing everything. Lets your imagination run wild. I think this would have been some sort of altar facing the rest of the town. Maybe there was a big image of Buddha here, I'm not sure. Oh, I wish I had answers for you today. As I climb up to the viewpoint, I want to share with you something. Today I was thinking, because I have a lot of time driving in Southern Laos. I don't have any headphones, I can't listen to my audiobooks or my podcasts or my music, so I spend a lot of time thinking and analysing things. And I was thinking today, why do people watch travel vlogs? And then if I can answer that question, then I can make better ones. I think a lot of you maybe watch this channel because maybe you can't travel. Maybe you're saving up. Maybe you are unable to with work commitments. Maybe you've had an accident and you can't run and climb anymore. And maybe you're traveling in the future and you're looking for information. And you're also looking for someone that you can bear watching for more than 5 seconds. Because I know what it's like, you know, on YouTube. There's so many people and they turn themselves up 10%, 20% in order to be, you know, interesting and entertaining, but sometimes it can be a little bit off-putting. I try my best to be as straight down the middle as I can be, as who I am. I do turn it up from time to time, just because I do want to sort of, especially at the beginning of the video, show off how excited I am to be in these places, because it is genuine. I never fake that I'm loving somewhere, and I think that's one of the reasons I get a little bit of flack when I don't like somewhere, like the Mekong Delta, for example. I hope that you're enjoying the videos, I really do. You know, I'm out here all day driving from place to place, town to town. You don't see everything, obviously. You don't see the boring days where I drive 400 Ks to the next town. Oh, they're the tough days, just driving through dusty roads and through dusty towns to reach places of interest with the waterfalls and the good food or the temples or whatever it might be that I'm trying to share with you. And sometimes I get lost in the fact that the location is the content, so I push myself to get to location to location. And today I had a bit of a realization that actually this channel's called Paddy Doyle, it's not called Random Temples. You know, so sometimes I just need to be a bit more confident and share moments like this with you and be a bit more human. So bye, mate.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Okay, good.
How are you?
I'm doing good too.
Yes.
Yeah, are you going up to the top?
Yes.
All right, I'll follow you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, but are you going up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up now. Let's go. Right then, I'll see you at the top.
Yes. First, you first.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Let's ring the lucky bell. I mean gong, Jesus. Is that part of this whole... So there is a statue, there is an image of Buddha. Or I don't think it's Buddha, you know, I think it's someone else. Okay. Sweating buckets today. This overcast weather makes it so humid. Oh my god. Whew. So while these monks are behind me, I can let you know a little bit of information that I do know, because when I went on that orange robe tour in the Wampabang, It was one of the silly questions that I asked the young bloke who was a monk for 7 years or something. I said to him, why do some monks have bright orange and other monks have darker orange robes? And he smiled and he laughed and he said, no, that's a good question. So the answer is, if you're going to go, well, not every time, but he said roughly, if you're going to go meditate and do your chanting in the forest for a few days, then you wear the darker coloured one like this, because it's going to get dirty. And then if you're going to be meditating in the monk temple grounds, then they wear the bright coloured ones, because they're less likely to get dirty. But then he did say sometimes your brown dirty ones are in the wash and you have the bright ones, and sometimes the dirty bright ones are in the wash so you wear the red ones. So long answer is, it depends. Last staircase, look how steep these are. I'm like climbing vertically up these. Bloody hell. Okay, we're at the top and two amazing things to show you. So glad I climbed up here. First one, the view. So you can see why a civilization would want to live here or base their main religious building here. Because right underneath the foot of this mountain, water would run off, collect in the lakes or the reservoirs. These giant square lakes, they're from that era. And you can collect water and then funnel that off to the villages nearby and the people to enjoy. And look at this one. This is incredible. Absolutely amazing. So the building itself has these beautiful sculptures from the era. Well restored, well kept. Oh, okay. Damn it, I can't go in because I'm not dressed properly, but let me show you what I can see. So just as I started zooming in, somebody sat down and started meditating in front of, you might not have seen it, but there was a very small emerald Buddha. And emeralds are always the most precious. There's tombstones here to past monks, I would imagine, because that's what I heard when I was at the temples. High monks, if they want to, they can get buried in the temple grounds themselves. And some of them are quite new. And the most recent one was buried in 1970, so got a nice position up here, nice and cool breeze under the tree. And looks like there's one more surprise. Something underneath this crack in the mountain. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, this is turning into a really interesting afternoon because the monks speak a little bit of English, as you can hear. And as they came up, one of them said, "What is that?" And so there's clearly religious significance to the water seeping through the cracks in this giant mountain, because it's being collected by corrugated iron and it's dripping down into a well. So it is 100% holy water, because I've just seen them dipping their hands and rubbing it on their heads. So mystery solved. It is holy water. And these monks are having a really cool time discovering this place. They're asking lots of questions. They even have their own little guide who seems to be answering all their questions.
As I mentioned at the start, my plan was to end our adventure at a very beautiful viewpoint overlooking Pakse. But as you can see, by the time I got back to the town, the sun was gone and we'd lost light. And so I just decided to call it a day, early night, because we've got a big drive tomorrow to our last destination in our series of Lost in Laos, in the southernmost point of the country, in a place called Don Det, aka the Thousand Islands. This is a beautiful place and I can't wait to share with you the final episode in the next few days. Thanks for watching Next Level Adventures and supporting this series so far. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you very soon.